Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages. Welcome, Talking Circles with Chris Carter, presented by J&T Services. We are coming to you live from the Choice Tire and Automotive Studios, and I have got with me. He has been a multi-time guest on Talking Circles with Chris Carter. He is fresh off a win, outrunning his daddy, Tony Black. This is 12-year-old Bentley Black. How are you, buddy?
Good.
Yeah? You excited to be here?
Yes.
I'm excited to have you here. Outrunning your dad.
Yeah.
Again. Huh?
It wasn't hard. I hang back, saved my stuff at first, but got it done at like 4 laps to go.
Yeah. Showed him how it's done, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You got a lot of wins, though, to catch up with Dad. You know that, right?
A lot.
Yeah. Well,
I think we can do it.
Yeah, I know you can do it, Bentley. So thank you for being on. I want to thank your mom and your dad, Miss Ashley and Mr. Tony, for allowing you. They didn't stay with us. Ashley knew that I would mess with her, so she said, I'm out. So they're not far now. So since she's gone, 1 Red Bull for me, 2 Red Bull for me, 1 Red Bull for Bentley. What do you think about that, Messer?
We're hooked up on caffeine over here. You got me my Monster. I got Coca-Cola over here. It's going to be a wild studio tonight.
Bentley. Somebody, hey, Chris Carter's got that boy on that show drinking Red Bull. All right, so good show coming up for you tonight. Really good show. The last 2 shows I have, overwhelmed's not the proper word, but not first and foremost doing my Bible verse. I've missed the last 2 shows, so I will not miss tonight. I'm going to show some pictures here in just a minute. We're going to give an update on Noel and this Bible verse. One of my favorite Bible verses. It's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, and it simply says in the New King James Version, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. That's hard for a lot of people to understand. And Tony and Dylan, the parents of Noel, it's hard for them. When Messer shows these pictures here shortly, you'll get it. Especially if you're a parent, you'll understand. It's a bad deal. Things are. Here's the story with this 7-year-old child. It's 2 steps forward, then 5 back. It ain't 2 forward, 2 back. It's 2 forward, 5 back, 5 steps forward, 8 back. It's been such a roller coaster for the family. And those of y'all that are parents, you think you can say, when you say, I can't imagine, you're right. You can't. It's hard to even put into words. But here in just a minute, I'll give more of an update. Here around 7:15, we got 2 kids out of Georgia that I'm really excited about being on. And we got Burt Myers and Mr. Bob from New York and Darren Krantz Jr., and he owns the Angela's House, and that's going to really touch your hearts. Also, Luke Baldwin to be on. So we got Bentley here. Bentley, Christopher Bell, what do you think about him?
Yeah, 3 in a row, that's impressive. I like Christopher Bell. Hopefully he can do it 4 in a row. Maybe he can set a world record.
He's never won, Messer, at Las Vegas, but he has finished second.
I was looking at the schedule. I was talking to a couple of guys about this. I mean, realistically, when you look at the tracks and stuff, he can win the next 4 races. Honestly.
Easy.
Very easy.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, it's going to be William Byron and Christopher Bell here, but Christopher Bell is showing his stuff early. He's going to do real good all year.
So, what do you this option tire? I like it. I like the throwing something different into the cup racing, okay? ARCA racing winning overtime, heck of a finish. Xfinity winning overtime, heck of a finish. Cup winning overtime, heck of a finish. All 3 finishes were very similar, Messer. They were all, just a heck of a battle to the checkered flag.
All the finishes this year have been awesome.
Yeah, they have. And the option tire, Bentley, I was thinking my way of just, I don't know why I was thinking like this, but I was more thinking that Joey Logano went 70 daggum laps on an option tire. I wasn't expecting that.
Ryan Priest drove through the field on that tired.
A two-time guest on Talking Circles with Chris Carter, by the way. And yes, he did. But then Logano goes 70 laps.
Yep.
70. I was thinking Bentley, 30 to 40.
Yeah. What? I think they ain't it
Good year. Yeah, buddy.
I think they should try Goodyear this year. I think it was a really good race at Coda. Lime Police done really good.
You like him?
Yeah, I like Lime Police. I like every NASCAR driver really, but
Who's your favorite?
probably Carson Hocevar, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman.
What about Zane Smith?
Yeah, I like him too.
I'm on that Zane Smith. Me and your mom was talking earlier. I'm on that Zane Smith bandwagon. I really am.
Me too. He was one of the first NASCAR drivers to ever share one of my pictures.
Really?
Yep.
And as I was saying a while ago, I talked to him for 10 or 12 minutes at the stadium, and, you know, he's just so down to earth.
Yep.
You know, I'm
That's
not
a
going to
guy.
say he was just happy to somebody talk to him because he had plenty of people talking to him, but I said, Zane, you're going to win a race this year, boy. You're going to win a race.
Oh yeah, I think he can do it. He's pretty good at every track. About AJ Allmendinger, he's pretty good at road courses, but he wasn't
ACR
out
showing
there at Coda. I didn't really see him much in the field.
Yeah. ACR showing some power this year too.
Yeah, Kyle Busch definitely will be a threat at Las Vegas.
By the way,
So-
your cousin Bryant Robertson said, "Hey."
Did he?
Yeah.
He caught me throwing an empty Monster can out in the parking lot today. I thought he was going. He was parked on the other side, Messer. I don't know if he heard it or which I was going to pick it up. Sometimes I'll make my laps around the building to get my walking in. But anyway, okay, so we're going to switch gears, okay, and we're going to talk on Noelle Strong. That's her page. If y'all haven't followed it, please do. Please follow the page. Hold on. I don't know what I'm thinking. I love my sponsors. I love our sponsors. We appreciate each and every one of them, and I want to acknowledge them. If you will notice on the bottom right-hand corner, our producer, Eric Messer, has all these sponsors are just rolling as a crawler throughout the show. But we do want to acknowledge them. H&H Auto Repair, Velasta, Race for Kids, Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue, Precision Built Spindles, Renee Hackett Realtor, Ideal Corn, Affordable Septic, and Tyson Isons, Angela's House, Dutton Safer Systems, The Garage Shop, Choice Tire and Automotive, Frank Steaks, J&T Services, DL Outfitters, Gary Brown with Dream 68. He is an offensive lineman for the Green Bay Packers when they won the Super Bowl in 97, by the way. Midway Dry Cleaners, Cobble Speed Shop, JTA Soft Wash and Roof Cleaning, Coger Plumbing, 5 Points Tire and Auto, Harkey Litigation, Ever Ready Mixed Concrete, Heroes Patriot Water, Halls Heating and Air, Robin Sandblasting, Mule Skinner Trucking. Our boy over there, Mr. Eric Messer with Messer Media, Garage Doors of the Triad, MJ Printing and Graphics, Midway Music Hall and Event Center, Thunder Road Bar and Grill, Midway Mobile Storage, Make TV Great with Nate, Louis Custom Showers and Glass, Radical Fire Protection, Tea Time Sports Bar, Burke Street Pub, Captain's Retreat at Bear Creek, Speed 77, our buddy Jordan Atkins at Squeaky Clean Express and Ceramic Coatings, Colfax Towing and Auto Repair, Velocita USA, KevinSaysYes.com. Speaking of Velocita, our producer, Mr. Eric Messer, is now an employee of Velocita. So if any of y'all want some custom shoes, fire suits, anything like that, y'all can get in touch with Mr. Eric Messer, and he can lead you in the right direction. I'm super happy. I saw him today in a text. A happy producer makes a happy show. But congratulations, Messer. I hope you enjoy it and you last a long time there. You're going to do well.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
You're going to do really well. Okay, so we're going to switch gears. We're going to go to Noelle real quick. I'm going to I know I just read a Bible verse, but this is how her Noelle Strong, her mama wrote this. Cancer blanking sucks. Messer, I want you to show right there. Show that real quick. All right, for those of y'all that don't know, this is her getting radiation directly to the brain. If you'll look you're looking at the picture, you'll see a red cross, so to speak, down there, right there. There you go. Thank you, Messer. Right there. That is radiation going directly to this child's brain. It is not like a quick and over and done with. This lasts some time. It's sad, but it's, Chris, why are you showing these? Because y'all need to realize at the end of the day what this child is going through. She's 7 years old. She's had a leg removed. She has one lung. I've never seen anything like this in my life. The fighter that this child is. It's it's her mom had to see her cry today, and it's the three things is this child's saying is, I want to go home. I don't belong here. Is this my fault? Could you imagine being 7 years old and asking your parents, is this my fault? And imagine the parents' reaction. Dang. Her mom goes on to say, this was one of the most devastating things I've ever experienced in my life. The scheduled NJ tube did not go as planned. After trying 3 different times, 3 different tubes with ongoing radiation x-ray for guidance, each time coiled in that child's stomach. She now has an NG placed again while we try to figure out the next step. She is left again with no nutrition and constant gagging from feeling the tube, causing a lot of throwing up. Since the morning and waking up from sedation, she now has a fever. Her breathing has shown a change, and after doing an x-ray, she has fluid in her lungs. She's now back on diuretic and does not have a good reaction to those ever. Her blood pressure and heart rate are on top of getting sick. Noelle did complete her radiation and had no issues with that itself. So far, no side effects. We've noticed that what they've noticed and have arised from the radiation session, they will look at that spot 2 to 3 months from now. Her mom goes on to say, I'm trying to stay strong for Noelle, but seeing her break down today as her breaking point is gut wrenching. So, there's that. At the end of the day, y'all know the story. I went through this with with Emma, and thanks to all y'all and the donations that our racing family has done, Race for Kids Foundation. I'm a crybaby. It is what it is. I'm a crybaby, Bentley. Anyway, y'all, even if you don't pray, try to pray. Y'all remember this family. That is just, Messer, it's a bad deal, buddy. I actually texted Dylan. I was going to get him to call, and if he felt like it, and he just, and I understand. But I just want to help deliver the message. Y'all go to that page, Noelle Strong. Let them know you're praying for them. I share everything that I do see. I do get updates from the family. And once again, from the bottom of my heart, every one of y'all that was a part of, even if you didn't give $1 or $500, whatever you done, some people handed me $5 at a racetrack. This was for, those $5 build up. If even if you didn't give $1 or nothing, people, and you prayed, that's the best thing you can do on earth. God is in the miracle business. But y'all just remember this child and her family in your prayers, please. With that being said, we're going to go to our first commercial break, and we're going to come back with 2 awesome Georgia redneck kids. How about that? We'll be right back. Y'all don't go nowhere. Jimmy Brown of J&T Services buys junk, unwanted vehicles of all types. He removes scrap metal, specializes in trash removal and eviction cleanups. Whether it's a bed or a table or even old washer and dryer, Jimmy Brown, you don't play around. Serving the Triad area since 2007, J&T Services is firefighter owned, and you can reach them at 336-341-1171, or you can go to J&T Services on Facebook. Choice Tire Automotive is a full-service auto repair shop and your #1 source for tires and wheels in Kernersville, North Carolina. They offer a variety of automotive services to keep your vehicle rolling on the road and off. Choice Tire Automotive offers check engine light repair and diagnostics, oil changes, brake repairs, alignments, balancing, rotations, and general automotive repairs. They bring the best quality service possible in everything they do, and their team is committed to providing the best workmanship and customer experience possible. Choice Tire and Automotive's hours are Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. Give Choice Tire and Automotive a call at 336-992-9002 and let them take care of your tire and automotive service needs. Welcome back, Talking Circles with Chris Carter. We're presented by J&T Services, and we're coming to you live from the Choice Tire and Automotive Studios in good old Kernersville, North Carolina. And this is our co-host for the day. Miss Sydney is being a mom. She's having to cook. Well, she don't cook. Stephen cooks. Ball teams, ball practice, and all that. So you say, you know what? I'm going to get my little buddy Bentley to sit in with us. And so we got, coming up right now, we've got Aubree and Liam Waters, okay? Where they at? Where that? Look, that. Oh, hey, y'all. Can y'all hear me? All right, we don't have volume on their end. Hold on, y'all. Talk again. Say hey.
It is on their end.
All right, it's
Try
on
again.
y'all's end. Tell your dad or somebody to check your
Talk
volume.
again real quick.
Say it. Say something again.
Sorry, y'all. Hang on. Try again. Can y'all hear us?
Hmm.
So we got a 1 minute thing from them.
Do what?
You put it as let's say 1 minute.
1 minute. Look, there's your old bald-headed daddy, Eddie. So while they're doing that, I will go ahead. Aubree, she's 13, and Liam is 12. And Liam started at 5 years old racing flat carts, and now he's going to be doing the beginner bot stock class at Millbridge. He's raced at Talladega, Sonoya Kart Track. That's where I met them at, is at Sonoya. And he has a couple track championships at Talladega. He'll be running bot stocks at Dega this year and a few races in his micro. Aubree, this is her first year. She didn't like flat carts. You sissy Aubree didn't even like flat carts. But you know what? She races what they call a predator.
Can you hear me
late.
now?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
There. Well, we're doing something. All right. So, Aubree, I guess you can hear me. I was telling a little bit about you. So, I met Liam and when I was at Sonoya announcing that race, but I never met Aubree. And for some reason, as the announcer, I never even got her name, and I forgot what your dad said. But I'm really intrigued by that Predator late model. How do you like driving that thing, Aubree?
It's pretty fun. It kind of feels like you're in like a game almost, and it's a lot of fighting. It's like you and your car have to have constant fights with it, but it's probably the best thing that I've ever driven in my life.
When you was at Sonoya, did you like, first off, how did you like the track conditions? Did Bubba Pollard and them do a good job?
Yes.
Is there a lot of lifting, flat foot, then lifting at that track, or is it just pretty much a steady pace, half throttle?
It's a steady pace. Like I can put my throttle all the way down and just have it to be a smooth ride.
Yeah.
The track is very fast there.
It is. It is. Liam, what'd you think about the track, buddy?
So the track is really slidey,
Yeah.
and sometimes the track, as Aubree said, the track was very fast, and sometimes you do go up on the high side when you're drifting, like you get a little too high, and then you're squiggling with the steering wheel,
Yeah.
trying to correct it.
So are y'all ever going to have the opportunity to compete against each other?
We're hoping in the future that maybe I'll either do micros or he'll come with Predator late models.
So Aubree, You're 13. You're becoming a young lady, and you are a race car driver. So, what does these other 12, 13, and 14-year-olds think about you driving a race car?
Some people at my school don't believe me. And then there's just others that think it's really cool that I get to experience how to like drive at a young age. But they also said that you'll only be able to turn left turns, not right turns. But it's really fun, and I get to introduce my friends to like all the new karts at the track. I've brought a few of my friends to go-kart tracks, and they really seem to love it.
So this is what I want you to do. I know your dad can hear me. So Eddie, I need you to load up Aubree's Predator late model tomorrow morning. I want you to take her to school, unload that car, and let Aubree do circles, right turns and left turns throughout that school, go down the hallway, and then get out and say, "Wahoo! There's your left turn and right turns."
We actually did some left turns in the soccer field when she first got it.
See? It needs to be during school hours now. Liam, are you proud of your little brother, Aubree?
I am. He's gotten better over the years, and he stayed out of the mud. He's actually on the actual track now.
Y'all see my co-host? My co-host here, this is Bentley Black. Bentley races, I guess we can call your home track Caraway. Is that safe to say, Bentley?
Yeah.
Bentley's dad, Tony Black, y'all, has won, I don't know, I guarantee over 100 races. He's a heck of a late model racer. He can build these Crown Vics. He's very talented. And last weekend, him and Bentley had a showdown, and Bentley outrun him. Now, Bentley is the Crown Vic champion, the youngest in the history of Caraway Speedway at 12, correct?
Yes.
Do you have fun doing it?
Yeah, it's fun. It was really fun this week because there's like 14 cars. It was fun. A lot of lap cars, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like we went to the ninth place car. We had fun. Yeah. I thought the 3 car had it at first. We was really like it wouldn't drive good. Then at the end, like 4 laps to go, it drove good.
So, Liam, I want you to ask him about Curtis. Ask him. His name's Bentley.
Hey Bentley, so who's Curtis?
A dog. A
Tell-
three-legged dog.
A what?
A three-legged dog.
Bentley has a 3-legged dog named Curtis. And this dog goes to the track.
Yeah.
And everybody wants Curtis, but they won't actually take Curtis, will they, Bentley?
No, but if y'all want them, y'all can have them.
Hey,
3 already.
We got 3 already, but
Well-
I will take him.
okay, so here's what we'll do, y'all. We will FedEx Curtis. 3-legged Curtis, will FedEx him to Georgia.
Okay.
Poke some holes in the box, and we'll
Is
take
that-
care
Yeah,
of
we'll
it.
take care of him.
See, now we got rid of him right now.
All right.
You think your mom's mad and over
poor
there listening?
Curtis.
No, my mom's happy.
Poor Curtis.
Well, we need it. What about Brianna? Is she going to be upset?
Probably not. She.
She
He
kicks
tri-
him, don't she?
No, he chewed up some of her stuff, like chewed up her hat, and when she did, she was mad at him.
That daggone Curtis. So, Liam, tell me what's next on your schedule, buddy.
So our next race is at Talladega.
And when is that? Soon?
The 21st.
21st. And will you be doing the same thing, Aubree?
Yes, I will be going with them and racing the 21st.
What about Millbridge? I guess me and your dad talked about Millbridge when I met your dad at Sonoya at pretty much for a little bit. What I like about y'all are you going, Liam, and I hope eventually that Aubree gets to where she can race at Millbridge too. Because here's the thing about Millbridge. I think y'all know this. That's the best of the best. Whether it's in an outlaw kart, wing kart, 600 micro, whatever, that these kids at Millbridge will bring out the best in anybody. And I applaud your dad for taking the time, because that's a little drive for y'all to go to Millbridge, isn't it?
And Caleb Scarborough, they race up at Millbridge in the micros.
Yeah.
We take it as a little vacation.
Right.
Some days when we go up there.
Yeah. Now, last year, one of my 14-year-old wheelman, a little Tristan McKee, raced there for Team Chevrolet for Josh Wise. And I went there a lot last year. Matter of fact, me and my producer went there with Darren Krantz Jr. as well. He's going to be on later. But like I said, you've got several NASCAR people out there. And then you got Kyle Larson's son, Owen, racing. Then you got Brooklyn, which is Ryan Newman's daughter, racing. Which she's racing a 602 modified this year, son, isn't she,
And
Bentley?
you got Kyle Busch's son.
Yep. Braxton's there.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's who I race against. All them little ones who now run the micros.
Yeah.
Owen. Yep, I got all of them.
Right. So that's just something for you to look forward to, huh, Liam? Is eventually getting up to that micro, huh?
Yes. Definitely.
Is that
It
your-
is something.
Is that your big dream, to be a NASCAR driver? Is that what you're looking for?
Yes.
Are you gonna go to the Chili Bowl?
Yes. I hope so.
Try to go to Tulsa this year.
You went to Tulsa this year, Liam?
We're gonna
Last
try to. We're trying to.
Well, we're trying to.
Right. Aubree, you have the same dreams as brother?
A bit, but I would also like to have a career where like I have my animals and stuff involved with it. And maybe a future with volleyball. But racing will definitely be something I will try to move forward with in the future.
Messer, I've got it. Bentley,
What is it?
I've got it. Introducing in the number 16, Aubree Waters and Curtis. We'll have Curtis strapped in, and she races with the three-legged dog. Oh, my Lord. We will set the internet on fire. I'll be your PR, baby girl. I'll be your PR rep. Bentley will be the spotter. Curtis will strap him in. We'll put a hat and goggles on the three-legged dog, Curtis, and we'll text Corey Rose and everybody and say, y'all watch our new driver, Aubree, co-starring Curtis.
No, let's get him a little helmet.
That's what it's, well, yeah, a little helmet and goggles. You remember how Barney used to look riding with Andy Griffith in the side cart? That would be Curtis and Aubree. Is this not
He needs a little
great?
suit. He needs a little suit that says Curtis Racing.
See, Curtis, three-legged dog racing. I like the way you think, Aubree.
Maybe we can get him a spotter too.
Well, yes, Liam can be the spotter. And you get like Curtis for a treat, bark. Brr. It would be, this is great. We're on to something.
We're gonna ban you from buying Red Bulls before the show.
Well, kids, I'm glad y'all are on this show, and your dad knows this, and y'all are more than welcome. I want to keep up with what y'all are doing. I will see y'all if, Wednesday night, we do the show on Tuesday night. So, and I think, Liam, most of your races will be on a Tuesday night.
No, Friday.
No, Friday.
Okay. Well, then me and Messer can go watch them, can't we, Messer?
Sure can.
Yeah, we're going to come check you out. And Eddie, I need you to keep me posted on that so I can come and watch. And we'll get some good pictures for you and stuff and do some video stuff for you if you need it done. We can do that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll be glad to do that. And Messer's teaching me how to be a videography person. I'll never be as good as him, but if I have a good teacher like that, I'll be just fine. Aubree, I'm going to start with you ladies first. Who all would you like to thank, baby girl, family, friends, sponsors?
I'd like to thank my mom and my dad, my granny and grandpa Medic, my grandma and grandpa Waters, VR Power Coating, my uncle Mike and my cousin Caleb Scarborough, Tony Clark and Extreme Decals, and then what? Oh yeah, that's it.
Go ahead, Liam. Your turn, buddy.
I also want to thank my mom and dad, my grandma and grandpa, Waters, and VR powder coating, my uncle Mike, and my cousin Caleb, and Tony Clark, and Extreme Decals.
All right, here's what I need both of y'all to work on, okay? Y'all listening to me? Next time, in about 3 to 4 weeks, we're going to have y'all on again. And here's your assignment from Chris Carter. I want y'all to throw that paper away and I want y'all to look at that camera and say these sponsors without looking. You got me? I need y'all. I
Yes,
want y'all to
got it.
work on that. That is what I want y'all to do. I'm working with him on some things, and I love working with these kids. Eddie, you work them and let them learn that by memory. And next time we talk, I want them looking at the camera and not have to look at those sponsors because it looks good on TV too.
And hopefully we have a few more to add then too.
Heck yeah. Well, if I can help y'all anyway, Eddie, I'll be in touch with you, buddy. I appreciate you letting them come on. Aubree, baby girl, wish you nothing but the best. Liam, keep digging, my friend, okay? And I'll see you soon, man.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, wait. If y'all happen to see Bubba Pollard, could you kick him in the knee for me?
Yes, sir.
Yep,
Yes, we
thank you.
will.
Thank you. And just let him know it's from Chris Carter. Y'all behave, kids. Be safe, and God bless.
Thank you.
Kids that are raised right, you love it. You love it. So we got Curtis going racing.
All right. I'll bring him here. And you,
We should have brought Curtis. You know what? I should have told your mom to bring Curtis. We could have set him up here. So I want y'all to see what our buddy brought us, Bentley Black. Do you have these for sale too?
yeah, for sale. We basically are giving them away.
Okay. Well,
Instead of
now who done these hats?
Bryant Lopperson's wife.
So Midway Embroidery and More done these hats, and you can reach out to them. They are in the Midway Town Center next to Turn and Burn Hobby and Raceway. So Charlene, Bryant Robertson's wife, does very good work, and Bentley brought one for me and brought one for Eric Messer as well. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take another quick short break. And Bentley, I want you to do this. You see that camera?
Okay.
I want you to point at it and say, "Don't y'all go nowhere. We'll be right back."
Don't you go nowhere. We're gonna be right back.
Bam. If you need your hot dog experience to go to a whole new level, then you need to check out Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue, because when it comes to hot dogs, it doesn't get more iconic than Pulliam's. Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue has been in business since 1910, which makes them part of the fabric of the Triad area, and their recipe hasn't changed in 114 years. Same barbecue, same slaw, same hot dogs. Pulliam's is located at 4400 Old Walkertown Road in Winston-Salem, and their hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Come chill at the grill and enjoy yourself with family and friends at Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue. Since 2006, 5 Points Tire and Auto works hard to earn your trust and loyalty. They know how important it is to find a Winston-Salem car service you can rely on, so your satisfaction is their top priority each and every day. Their professional automotive service offers you years of combined expertise from their well-trained technicians. They treat their auto repair professionals well because they value their skill and can-do attitude. They know their team sets them apart, saving you, the customer, time and money, not to mention worry. When it comes to auto repair in Winston-Salem, 5 Points Tire and Auto is totally confident they are the best option in town. They're located at 3075 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and their hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Welcome back, Talking Circles with Chris Carter. We are presented by J&T Services. We're coming to you live from the Choice Tire and Automotive Studios, good old Kernersville, North Carolina. Eric Messer, 39 days until we go green at the Madhouse.
Whoop, whoop.
No more monster for Eric.
Monster makes me tired. I don't know why.
That don't even make sense.
Energy drinks always make me tired.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, me
see
too.
that tastes
That's
good.
why I got 3 of them. This is the zero. Red Bull's going to have to sponsor me. It was the Monsters, but wait. Yeah.
You have to do some backflips and stuff for
I
Red Bull to
will.
sponsor you. Or
Wearing a thong.
jump out of a plane. God almighty. Jesus.
Zero. Zero means no sugar. Right there. Y'all can't see it because of the glare. Zero. All right. Yeah, so I'm really excited about Bowman Gray coming up. It's going to be real. It's going to be here for you know it. I do want to let y'all know that we will do. I can't remember the date. What did I say?
Did you say, was it April 15th?
Yeah, that'll be our live show at the Gathering Place like we always do. But in 2 weeks from tonight,
April
yeah,
5th.
we're gonna April 5th, we will start our Bowman Gray Stadium countdown for the season opener. I will say Slate Myers is going to be our co-host next week. Then the following week, we're going to have Jimmy Brown in studio with us. So let me know if Burt's on. He is on?
He is.
Well, let me shut up and let's get right to Burt Myers. He's got a lot to talk about. I hope he does anyway. Burt, what's going on, my friend?
What's up, buddy?
I feel like you have your own hotline to the show now. Not that that's a bad thing, but I think it's pretty cool. I want to thank you for coming on tonight, bud.
Yeah, no problem, man. One of these days, I'm gonna get in there and sit in there with you so we can rub some elbows.
Yeah, well, you know what? I just got through telling everybody next week it's going to be your son. Slate's going to sit in here and be on the show with us for the whole show as the co-host. What'd you think about my co-host tonight, Bentley Black?
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, oh yeah.
I,
And as far as Slade, he let me know he was gonna be on there, so that's cool, man. That's cool. You do that.
yeah, I think he deserves it. He deserves it. I'm thinking by then we might be able to talk about a win or something. That's what I'm hoping anyway.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, we did a video today at my shop. We're it's somewhat of we're trying to start a podcast, trying to get content and trying to figure out what people want to hear. And me and Philip Dixon, we've done a few, and we did one today. It was almost I think it's 49 minutes long. But either way, we talked about. He said, "I want to introduce everybody to, in case you don't know this guy, this is Slate's dad." So last couple of weeks, he's made me look bad, but I can handle it.
Yeah. You know, in our text, when I texted you last week, I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, I call these proud dad moments. That's what this is about. Proud dad moments, you know? And with Jason, your brother Jason as the crew chief, and I see these pictures and Jason just looks like, I don't know, Burt, you know, pictures worth 1,000 words, but at the end of the day, you just see he glows, if that even makes sense. I know that's not a good word to use, but I think it is. It's just something about looking at a picture that Jason's actually having fun being a crew chief for his nephew, man.
Well, Philip Dixon made a comment today in our video that after Florence, especially, that he saw something in Jason that he hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah,
and that was excitement. And here's the deal. So Jason doesn't do a lot of the videos and post and whatnot on social media, and he keeps telling me he's going to do it. And we said it today, and I'll say it again now. A bunch of people have been asking when they see these pictures and they hear these stories of Slate driving and Jason crew chiefing. Has Jason quit? Has Jason retired? Slate has not replaced Jason. Jason is not quitting. Jason has decided that his best effort is to put all of his or most of his eggs in the Bowman Gray basket.
right.
And put it all in at Bowman Gray Stadium. Now, that doesn't mean he's not going to run a few races here and there outside of Bowman Gray. And this weekend, he's even running the race at Caraway. And Slate is sitting that race out to help Jason all he can.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened, just so everybody knows, what happened is since 1989, 1990, whenever the first smart race was run, there's been a Myers in a car number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Since the very beginning, every smart race that's ever been run, whether it was my dad or me or Jason. So with Jason not running a full-time schedule, we thought it would be really cool if we could put something together if Jason wasn't going to run the Smart Series for my dad to be the owner and Jason be the crew chief and continue that 4-car Myers family legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's happened. Jason's not quitting. Jason's not retiring. But I will tell you this, Slate has he is very high on Jason as a crew chief. He said, Dad, Jason is good. And I said, yeah, I know. So Jason's not just a good driver. Jason understands how the car's supposed to work. Me and Jason both learned that from our dad growing up because we didn't have the resources. We didn't have the horsepower. So we had to figure out how to make the car work. And Jason's really good at that. So he's a very good mentor and a very good coach for Slate. And so far, so good, man. I think, which we've only run 2 races, but right now, third in the smart points going into the King of Modifieds in a couple weeks.
That's a big deal. And Slate, I said this to you also in a text. I told Slate, and I've been on this show. I've said it, and I'll say it again now. At Bowman Gray Stadium, I expect 2 wins, at least, maybe more, out of Slate Myers. Now, how he gets it, if it's a second race starting on the front road, that there's no asterisk that says this race at Bowman Gray was won because, okay, that's important for people to understand, even though you got these people out there that doesn't deserve internet access that just don't get it. But regardless,
Right.
At the end of the day, Slate's going to win 2 races at the stadium this year, probably more. Now, Bentley, did you have something you wanted to run by Burt?
If they bring super modifieds to Bowman Gray, are you gonna run one again?
Oh man, my wife won't let me drive a super modified again. I've been told no, I can't do it. So those things were off the hook when I saw them at Concord, and then got an opportunity to do it. I said, man, I got to drive one. But ever since what happened, I've been told no.
There you go, Bentley. Does that answer your question? You got anything else for him?
If you have a 602 or you need a fill-in driver, I'm here.
All right, man. I appreciate that. We took the car Slate's driving is actually the 602 that he ran last year with the blue and white with the 14.
Mm-hmm.
So we took a car from a 602 to a tour mod. So that's the car. So right now I don't have a 602 mod to field anywhere.
So I want to talk real quick. Now, is your stadium car going to be the what you've had, the normal colors, the white with the orange bumper?
No, we're going to do all of them the same. We're going to have the blue and the silver with the black and the orange pinstripe and whatnot. I like to keep them all the same.
Yeah.
That way for merchandise and for, marketing and whatnot. But I'll tell you this. So we talked about it today. Obviously today was a lot warmer day than yesterday. So we opened the garage today. And when you walk to the back and you look at the sunlight coming in on that blue, it looks like a neon light glowing. So me and Jamie were talking about today that when you see this car in person, and you see the blue and the silver, at certain angles it looks very bland.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's other angles it looks like I said, like it's glowing. It looks like a whole different car. So Jamie made the comment today that we haven't run a nighttime race yet. So
Right.
I think at Bowman Gray, under those new lights,
Yep, I was about to say that.
that blue and silver and
Mhm.
all is going to pop.
It's gonna look
So
real
I'm excited
good.
to see it.
It's gonna look real good. under those
So for
lights.
those that didn't tell everybody, when I read the reason of the blue, I was blown away. So I want you to share everybody. I was. I mean, because I'm a New Orleans Saints fan. But anyway, I don't want to steal the thunder here. Tell the people listening that doesn't know what made Burt Myers go to a different color and why that color.
Okay, so everybody knows I was a big Tom Brady fan. And I thought I was a Patriots fan. I always pulled for Tom Brady and the Patriots with Bill Belichick, and I love their formula. I love their win at all costs, no excuses attitude, do your job attitude. And then when Tom Brady left the Patriots, I realized I was probably more of a Tom Brady fan than anything else. So after that transition has kind of gone on, I don't really have a favorite team anymore. I enjoy watching the Bills. I enjoy watching the Niners. I enjoy watching teams that are very skillful and whatnot. The Detroit Lions is one of them. So I just happened to be flipping through one night, and it was a Thursday night game. And, on Thursday nights, they do
Yes.
different color uniforms and
Mhm.
whatnot. And the Detroit Lions had a solid blue helmet with a black line with silver pinstripe. And I was like, holy cow. And so I was immediately texting Jamie and some of my guys and said, we got to do this. And they came back and I guess they tuned into it and they saw it and they was like, man, that's pretty sharp. So it is a matte metallic blue with a metallic silver pinstripe with gloss black. And then obviously we threw a little orange in there because of the orange front bumper, but that's how that came about. Like I said, I'm not necessarily a Detroit Lions fan. I enjoyed watching the Detroit Lions. I like Dan Campbell. I like their hard-nosed football way of
Yes.
thinking.
Yes.
But it has nothing to do with being a Detroit Lions fan. It was just that color was really cool, and so far so good. It seems to be well liked with the crowd.
I want to give a quick shout out to Bubba's About Broke podcast tuning in. We appreciate them tuning in. Bubba's About Broke podcast is a very good show, so appreciate them tuning in. Let's switch gears. Another cup race for you, Burt Myers, 11-time modified champion at Bowman Gray Stadium. In the number 50 Amerivet Chevrolet. I kind of figured this was coming. A lot of people figured it was coming. It was almost like Bowman Gray. We all kind of figured Burt and Tim's going to be in a cup car for that. And I even expect my tracks, I said, would be Richmond and Martinsville, one of the two, if not both. That race will be here in 3 weeks? It's coming up. Is this the same type of, do you face this like you did Bowman Gray? Because to me, it's a short track. You have a lot of experience at short tracks. You also have experience in full-bodied cars that some people don't realize. What's your mindset going into this, man?
Well, obviously we realize that we're the Team Amerivet 50 car team. You have to be realistic, and realistically, the team is not a Hendricks or a Gibbs or a Penske.
Right.
But at the same time, you got the short track. The short track always throws a variable into it. But you know me enough to know that, and I have the same mindset as the Cup team, is that you go to do your best. If your best is 10th or 20th or first, or you go to do your best regardless. So that's our mindset. Honestly, I wanted to do Richmond, but it conflicts with our modified schedule, and I think that was on the table, but we weren't able to pull it off. But the Smart schedule always schedules their series around Martinsville, so I knew that this one would be open. And we had started talking about it on Bowman Gray Class weekend, but obviously it takes money to make it happen. And C3 Skid pressure washing stepped up, and along with Sister Safe and some other partners for Givco, said, "Hey man, let's do it again." So I'm looking forward to it. What's going to be cool for me is the Bowman Gray race was pretty much an exhibition race. No pit stops, it wasn't, even though it was a cup car, it didn't feel like a full-blown cup race.
Gotcha.
This is 400 laps at Martinsville.
Yeah, with points involved.
Guys are tipping down the straightaways and the pit stops and pit road speed limits and all that stuff that I've watched on TV for years, but I've never been able to participate in. I will say that Chevrolet's been a big help in this whole deal, and ECR, and Tony Jr. is going to be the crew chief again, and I'm going to get some sim time so that I can get acclimated to the different style of racing that they do. So at my age and at my life, at the part I am in my life, and how my life has gone in racing, I'm just blessed to be able to take advantage of this situation, to be honest with you.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be there. That'll be my last. I've got to do Atlanta and Bowman Gray, and now the Martinsville is with media, and I've really enjoyed it. And I like knowing the fact that Burt Myers is going to be there, and I know that's somebody I can walk up to and say, "Hey, can I have a word real quick?" And Burt's going to say, "Yeah." They're all pretty good about it, but what makes me excited about being in that role, going to Martinsville, is that I want to show love to I want our Bowman Gray people to get a lot of Burt Myers at this Martinsville race. I know other people's going to be talking to Burt, but we're both Bowman Gray people. You're a driver, I'm an announcer. I want to represent. I want our people proud of you being there, and I'm going to take every opportunity I can to make sure that everybody gets to see a lot of Burt Myers. Yeah, there's other people that I can talk to, but I'm gonna show you and your family a lot of love, and you don't know this yet, but you're going to look around. There's Chris again. So I'm excited about this opportunity for you and everybody, your family and everybody involved. And it's going to be you'll do fine, and it's like you said, you do realize that's what I like about your mindset, Burt, is that, you're not a Hendricks, you're not a Penske or what have you. but you're still an 11-time track champion at Bowman Gray Stadium with what 98 wins now. I mean, the other drivers are going to respect you, and you're going to show them respect when you're driving out there. So, all in all, once again, it's a win-win for AmeriVet, S&P Lemonade, even the people that sponsor you at Bowman Gray. This is a big deal for them. So I'm excited for you and your family, man.
No, I appreciate it, man. It's like I said, I'm very humbled to be a part of it. I'm friends with a lot of those guys, and I'm just it's still, even the Bowman Gray race, it still doesn't. I guess maybe at my age and the things that I've been able to experience in my life in racing, and with the Myers family being involved in NASCAR, and for years we've been going to the NASCAR Cup banquet representing the Myers family,
Right.
because of the Myers brothers board with my grandpa Billy and his brother Bobby. And I totally understand that there are things that I've gotten to experience that people will never have that opportunity, and I am so blessed to be in that position. So maybe that's the reason that it hasn't really set in yet. That the Cup race at Bowman Gray, and the Clash, and it's at Bowman Gray, and this was a whole different animal, and the way it was all played up with me and Tim running that race, it didn't really seem real. And so now it hasn't really kicked in yet that I'm going to be running a Cup race, a full-blown Cup race at Martinsville. So I'll be honest with you, though, Chris, you know me enough to know that there's a part of my brain that won't let me go that far ahead, because I know I've got Caraway this weekend, and then
Right.
I've got the King of the Modifieds at South Boston.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that there's more stuff on my plate before that can happen. So as a racer, there's a part of my brain that won't let me go that far ahead, because I know I've got stuff on the plate right now. So I got a feeling that once I get in the simulator, and once I get a little closer to it, and then obviously the week of, and then when we show up at the track, I think that's probably when it'll hit me. But Velocita with is Brad and Justin and those guys. I went Monday, and they fit me up for my new Velocita suit for the Cup car, and there's glimpses of reality there where it's like, man, I'm gonna drive a Cup car. And then I go right back to, okay, we got to get the modified ready. So
yeah.
it's kind of funny how our brain works, I guess.
Right. Bentley, what do you think about Burt in the Cup car, bud? You gonna be cheering for him?
Yeah. You gonna go to like the Daytona, Talladega? I would like to see you at Daytona. I think you can get it done there. I think you can win at Daytona.
Well, I appreciate that. I would love to. I was able to do that ARCA test a month or so ago at Daytona, and I had a really good time. And I've always said that here's the thing: as a racer, everybody has arms and legs and eyes. It's what you do with that, and what I mean by that is it's mental. Racing is 75% or more mental. And I've always thought that I was a thinker behind the wheel, and I've always thought to myself I would love the opportunity to go draft racing. Because I like to see what's ahead of me, and I like to analyze my situation. So I've always wanted that opportunity to run a race at Daytona or Talladega with the drafting and all that stuff. But to answer your question, buddy, right now my modified schedule just doesn't allow for it. I don't think I have another weekend off until mid-September. So I don't think I'm gonna get to do that this year, buddy.
Bert, I heard today speaking of the NFL, watching all the change and everything that's going on. I wish I could remember the running back's name. He played at San Diego State. He's the running backs coach for Deion Sanders at Colorado, and he said something today talking to the kids. Effort takes zero talent. Effort takes zero talent. And those words kind of stuck with me, and at the end of the day, once you put the effort and the work in, that's everything else falls in place. But man, I've always enjoyed you being on this show. I'm really looking forward to Slate being on next week. We'll have a good time, and I'm gonna let you run. I know you got a lot going on, but take this time to thank everybody involved.
Yeah, well, obviously, I couldn't do it without them. Period. Even with the Cup side, they've been involved. So, and Pinnacle Financial Partners is involved with my modified and the cup side of things. Bryson Brothers Aerial Solutions. Let me throw this in there because this is new this year.
Go ahead.
You can go to racefangear.com and you can get Burt Myers merchandise, get Citrus Safe Racing merchandise. You can get hero cards and whatnot. And they've started slowly acclimating towards putting slates stuff on there, and they are getting ready to start putting smarts, the Smart Modified Tours merchandise on that site as well. FEMA Vet with the car, Greg Butcher Trucking, Choice Tire and Automotive, NASCAR Institute, Universal Technical Institute, Mark Joyce, Eric Messer with Messer Media, obviously. He's one of the best, man.
Absolutely. That's why he's sitting over there.
He says, Dad, I need a picture for my shirt or my hero card. I said, well, you know who to call because he's the best. And so there's so many people that I know I'm leaving out, but that's probably the gist of it for now. That at the top of the list. But like I said, it doesn't mean that just because you're not mentioned that you're not appreciated, because it takes everybody to make it happen. So my guys, it's funny, Chris, because I get to this point in my career and you feel guilty when you look around. You're at the racetrack. Like this, for example, this weekend I'm at Anderson, and I look around and I've got 7 or 8 guys that are there with me at the racetrack. And I start feeling guilty because they're spending time with me doing what I love instead of being with their families.
Yep.
And I think deep down, I know, but I still feel guilty. That's where they want to be because they love it as much as I do. And how awesome is that I'm blessed that much to have those kind of people around me. So listen, my guys, my crew, my family, I mean, dude, I'm living a dream. You know what? I'm not rich. I'm not rolling in the dough, but I'm telling you, take money out of the equation. I'm filthy rich, and I can't imagine. I can't stress how blessed I am to be in this situation.
And when you die, you're going to heaven. That's a big deal too.
Well, and hey, amen. I got that under control. That ain't no problem.
Well, Burt,
I know for sure that's going to happen. There ain't a bunch of things I know about, but I know for sure that's going to happen.
I'll be in touch, and if I don't talk to you, I will definitely see you in a few weeks at Martinsville. Looking forward to it. All of us here at Talking Circles. Bentley, gonna tell him bye, buddy?
About a little toy modified. Why don't you get some of them or a cup car?
So we have, if you go to racefangear.com, they have the 1/24 scale die-cast car of my cup car that you can pre-order. They're in production, but they're not done yet. But they do have them on there where you can go in there and pre-order. And I said it this morning in my other video. I don't know if I was supposed to or not, but I know that Smart was at Florence and they were showing them off. It was the mold to where they're gonna make them, the 1/24 and the 1/64 scale die-cast modified. So you can find them. It's a little bit tough right now, but they are coming. So keep your eyes peeled, and they'll be here soon.
There you go, Bentley. Okay. All right, Burt. Wish you nothing but the best, buddy. Thank you again for being on.
Thank
and be
you guys.
safe. See ya.
Anytime, buddy.
All right. Bye.
Appreciate you, buddy.
All right.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Burt Myers going cup racing again at Martinsville Speedway. Bentley, point the camera and tell them.
We will be back.
Don't go nowhere. Tell them. Don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere.
My name's Bentley Black.
My name's Bentley Black.
And I kicked my daddy's butt. Say it.
I'll kick my daddy's butt.
We'll be right back. Y'all go nowhere.
Forever young, or am I faking? On the tip of my tongue, there's a sarcasm waiting for you.
Ever Ready Mix Concrete has been in business for 40 years, and they can handle any and all of your concrete needs, whether big or small. They can do it all. Located at 2000 Old Highway 421 East in Yadkinville, North Carolina. Ever Ready Mix Concrete, they're family owned and operated, and for a free quote, give David Adams a call at 336-961-6688.
Hey guys, I'm Bad Brad for Velocity USA right here. We're right out here in Lexington, North Carolina, just a few miles from beautiful Bowman Gray Stadium. We've got you covered, whether you need an off-the-rack suit, gloves, shoes, helmet, whatever it may be. We also carry kid stuff and karting apparel. So kind of no matter what it is that you're racing, even drag racing, tractor pullers, we've got all kinds of safety, and we're right here in Welcome, North Carolina, right off of Interstate 52. You can check us out online, velocity-usa.com. Give us a call, 336-764-8502. We're right here all the time. Drive fast, take chances.
Welcome back, Talking Circles with Chris Carter. We are presented by Jimmy Brown J&T Services. We're coming to you live from the Choice Tire and Automotive Studios. My co-host tonight is my little buddy. He is the Crown Vic track champion at 12 years old at Caraway Speedway, Bentley Black. Bentley, are you having fun so far, my friend?
Oh yeah, maybe we can come back the 15th.
Man, boy, we're gonna be live. We're gonna be live at the Gathering Place at the Midway Town Center, and you're gonna have an open invitation. I need to reach out and hope Mark Garrow comes. I do want to say this before we get with Darren Krantz and Mr. Bob real quick. I think we're gonna start Messer at 6. And the reason being, and I know I don't expect a lot of people, but there's people like Robert Mabe that's been racing at Bowman Gray Stadium for 30 plus years. And I've never had him on the show, and that's shame on my part because I like showing love to everybody. So there's people like that I want to try to fit in, and we only have a short amount of time. So you all right with that, Messer, if we start an hour early?
Your show, sir. Let's do it.
No, you the producer. Without you, it ain't a show. So. All right, let's bring up our next guest. This is going to be, it might be a tearjerker at times, but I want to introduce everybody to, of course, y'all know, go ahead and bring them on there, Messer. Right there, y'all know who that is. Look at, he's got that hair cover. I keep telling your dad that I love your hair. I don't like that hair. I'm like, Darren, I love that voice.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but it's been on the show many times. Our little buddy races for Chad Bryant Racing this year. He'll be in the late model stock as the only driver at Chad Bryant Racing. My little buddy, 13-year-old Darren Krantz Jr. And Mr. Bob, I hope I don't butcher your name, Poilcastro.
Yes, that's great.
Did I do good for old redneck from Alabama?
You absolutely did it perfect.
So I wanted y'all, and those of y'all that are watching, y'all know, just like I was talking about Noel earlier in the show, is that we at Talking Circles with Chris Carter, we are partnered with Race for Kids Foundation. And that boy right there, you see Darren Krantz Jr., Race for Kids Foundation, it isn't his dad's, it isn't his mom's, it isn't his pawpaw's, it's his. He is the president, he is the leader, he does all of it, and these two right here, Mr. Bob owns the Angela House, and I'm going to let him tell about this. But I am intrigued to know, after I got to speaking to you, Mr. Bob, on the phone yesterday, I want to know, tell everybody, how long have you and DJ right there, DJ 13, how long have y'all been working together?
Jeez. I would say at least 9 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time, actually.
Yeah, you started the go-karts at what, around 5?
I think it was around 6 or 7 years old. We started go-karting, and that's when we started doing Angela's House with you.
It really has been incredible, seeing his dad getting videos to me and showing the successes that he's. But when you talk about him being around charity, it's so real, and it's been so natural to him as a young little boy that it was so impressive, and I'm excited because it's not the norm, and one of the keys to that was early on. Darren's father and grandfather started doing holiday parties for the children that we work with that are absolutely remarkable. And as long as I can remember, Darren Jr. would be right in there with all the kids. And it was as if he just fit right in. He wasn't nervous, because we all know that when sometimes you see somebody in a wheelchair, you get a certain apprehension on how you might come up to them, or
Right. Yes.
or some of the kids that might be disfigured based upon the debilitating illnesses that they have. And honestly, sometimes it can be frightening,
Yeah.
especially to a little kid. He never had that. And it was absolutely remarkable because there was never a hesitation. He saw them as any other boys and girls. And it was great because a lot of times when kids have any kind of developmental, intellectual, any physical disabilities, they don't get the luxuries that the average kid might have. And to see Darren Jr., whether it was jumping on a dance floor and dancing with one of and he knows what I'm talking about.
So
I mean,
I'm going to interrupt you real quick, Mr. Bob. So that's what you see me on my phone now. I don't like looking at my phone when I have guests on, but I do want you to know the reason I was just looking at my phone because Darren Sr. has sent me. I just sent some things. I'm going to get Messer to bring a few of these up so we can let everybody see. He's just now looking at his phone, but I want you to continue. But we are going to show some of these videos, and DJ at like 7 years old. He don't hardly have any hair. That's just mind blowing to me. But it's really and that's what me and his dad talked about. And that's the thing about DJ. I don't want this hat to swell on your head too much, buddy. But that's the one thing it doesn't affect you that way. You do it because of your love of kids and your love of helping people. Mr. Bob, you have over 600 kids. Would you explain to the people listening, please? What I want you to tell the story about your 1-year-old child real quick, and I want you to explain exactly what Angela's house does and how many kids are actually there right now as we speak.
yeah, I started 36 years ago, and unfortunately, at birth, my second child went through a medical crisis where she lost a lot of blood and oxygen, and it really left her very devastated as they saved her. She required oxygen, she required a feeding tube, she wasn't able to eat on her own. And going back that far, there weren't support systems set up where to help you afford to take a child that needed medical support and nursing support at home. And then what I learned then is how a lot of these kids were living in hospitals. And then I learned that it was a nationwide issue, which made it even worse. My unfortunate circumstance was my daughter ended up being transferred from a local hospital to a specialty hospital in Connecticut. It was the only place that can continue her care and therapies that she needed. She lived a little over a year. Having to commute to go see her just made the situation, worse. So I dedicated myself after she passed, saying, you know what, it's got to change. There's got to be a better way. And you fast forward, we created the nonprofit. We now support kids that live at home with their parents. And, each year it could be 600, 700, 800 kids. And what we also did is knowing that certain parents and certain times get to a point where a parent can't do it. It just dealing with the medical issues gets so difficult. So we created these beautiful, first of its kind homes where it has 24-hour nursing. It looks like a regular house, but tucked away in a decorated living room. You see a hookup for oxygen and suctioning, or you go by in their bedroom. It's beautifully decorated bedrooms, but again, it's not sterile. It's not like a hospital room, so it's a beautiful environment. And as time went on, as we established the system, we wanted to do even more for the kids, and that's when I met the Krantz family, and they helped with helping us do outside activities so the kids could get out and be involved. And it's hard to explain how magnificent these holiday. We would have a 2-day holiday party because it's a lot of kids, and
Right.
we wanted to make sure the siblings were invited, and we would have stacks of toys that would climb up on a wall. So, because we wanted the kids, as soon as they walked in, have that wow moment. The balloons and decorations and blow ups and the colored lights, it was magnificent. And it was like taking 700 kids, putting them in a plane, flying out to Disney and for the day. It was
Right.
just magnificent. And that's where I met Darren Jr. And that's what I was saying before. Remarkable how comfortable he was. A lot of times I'll have a volunteer and they're really uncomfortable. They're not sure what to do. He jumped right in, and you could see he was a natural. And seeing how he's now progressed, it's real. It is real. It wasn't something that his dad pushed him to do. There he is at one of the dinners with one of the girls that we work with, and he's right there. It's just who he is. And there's another one of the girls that really had you see her in this beautiful dress, but not realizing how frail she is and how delicate she is. She can't eat on her own. She's fed through a feeding tube. It's a tough situation. And here they are having a great time. And he just jumped right in. And it's been like that from the beginning. And seeing him now taking it even to other levels is just remarkable.
DJ, you've been doing this, and we just seen you didn't have much hair back then, kiddo. But listening to these words, of course, as somebody that's known you now for a year, and I try to help mentor you and give you words of wisdom outside of your family base and Chad Bryant. And I've gotten to know you pretty well, and I want people to realize this is your heart. This is what you do. DJ, what does it mean to you to be so involved with these kids that, just seeing someone that doesn't know them but still loves them with all their heart, just like Mr. Bob and the people that his staff does for these kids? What does it mean to you? You're 13 years old, kiddo. What does it mean to you, man, to be able to be a part of something that's so dadgum freaking remarkable?
First of all, I have to say also a really, really big honor to be a part with Bob Poilcastro. Since I was even little, I always loved going to the events, but some people they just weren't comfortable, as he was saying, and I saw that even at a young age, and I realized that's not right. And they're just normal people to me, and I always would love going to those events. I would always dance with them, bring them in the trailer. We would bring them in the lift gate, let them go see the cars in the trailer and everything, and they would just love it. And we actually had one kid also. We get in a race car. He couldn't walk at all, and it was amazing. And he got out of the wheelchair and got in the race car, and it was unbelievable to see how he can do it, because he can do it. But he really, really enjoyed it. And one also had a skin condition where he was very, very fragile to the touch, and his skin would literally break off if you
Yeah,
touched it.
yeah,
And we actually let him sit in one of the legend cars I used to have,
right,
and
yeah.
we
Somebody
started
went
up
and
there, and
got
we gave it some gas.
somebody went and got a legend car for this kid, correct? Ain't that the way the story goes? Well, I want y'all to look right here. Look at poor DJ. Don't have a bit of soul in his body. Look at him go though. DJ, what are you, about 7 right there, man?
I was probably about 7 years old. I was very, very young.
Look at this, y'all. Does that don't warm your heart? You're not a human. You suck if that don't warm your heart. I'm sorry, Mr. Bob, I'm not being professional, but I don't know other way to put it, man. I mean, I told you yesterday, sometimes I can be a little rough around the edges. So that's
it's for me, my goal is to give these kids and treat them like and give them like any other child would.
Yes.
And that's our goal. I know DJ's worked with some of the kids with cancer, and,
Yep.
and unfortunately, some of these kids pass, which is what we deal
Yes.
with too. But when you fulfill their life and you give them the wealth of love,
Yep.
and when they pass, and you were a part of, fulfilling and making their life the best they could be, that's the spirituality of that, gives me goosebumps. It is nothing better in this world.
So me and you was talking on the phone yesterday, me and you and actually Darren Sr. I brought this up to you. As I told you, someone that's lost 2 kids myself. When you can take something so devastating, a lot of times you wonder, how do I go forward? And a lot of it has to do with the peace that Jesus Christ provides for all of us in something like this, but also in your situation, how you took something that was so devastating to you and your wife, and now look, that's you took something that was really horrible and turned it completely around, into something that's simply amazing.
I give that credit to God. I
Amen.
really do. For me, I feel that He gave me the voice. He gave me the heart, and He knows what it means to me. And when people try to even thank me, I tell them, listen, I'm blessed that God gave me this opportunity, especially knowing what these parents are going through and the situations that He's put me in where, I've helped parents dealing with the sickness of their child and the passing of children and just sometimes my presence just gives them a sense of relief because they know. It's like when a new parent calls and I speak to them, there's no wall because they know I'm on their line. They know what I experienced, and it allows a great gift that somebody now is going to hold their hand and guide them through the care of their child and the ability basically to do even more, which is once we started doing the holiday party, we knew we had to do even more for the kids.
Right.
And that's when we started the foundation, and there's no government funding for those kind of things, and we just keep on taking it to another level. So like by us, we have a children's museum, and it closes at 5 on a Saturday, and we paid to keep it open, and the donations did paid for it, and we invited the kids to come in, and watching them come in, parents holding their little year-old child on a ventilator, and everybody walking in was thanking us like we did this amazing thing, and all we did was just give them another opportunity so the families can experience a beautiful time together with their child. So we're very lucky to be able to do that for parents, and but we want to do more, and government funding has not been great, and so we just keep trying our best to get the support to make sure we can continue doing these things.
I hate to say, you said it first. So our government can fund Sesame Street in Iraq, but they can't help fund something like this. And that I don't even want to go down that street, but I do want to point that out. And that's sad. But, by the grace of God and people that do care, that keeps you going. DJ, you being a part of these events, man, do you tell them about your racing? I mean, even now that you're 13-year-old, you're kicking butt and you're turning heads, buddy. And do these kids get to experience what you're going through as a race car driver? Do they understand what you do?
Of course, I think they understand what I do because I would always tell them about it. Plus another thing I would actually do at the Christmas parties, I would always sit and talk with the kids, show them my racing videos, talk with them, and just let them know what's about the racing and let them learn about it. And they really, really liked it. So I think they really enjoy learning about the racing, and I really enjoy talking to them about it. So I think there's going to be a lot more of that in the future, and I can't wait to see how much more people I talk to with it.
They loved him so much that we would have a dance floor in the middle, and he would be in one of the little cars. I forget what they called them. It was small, and we were able to push him onto the dance floor, and the kids would all be coming out just like Superman just walked out on the dance floor. It was great. It was great.
That warms my heart so much. So if someone that's tuning in tonight, Mr. Bob, is interested in helping donate, and that we got your name up there as a segment sponsor for this segment, Angela's House. Anybody, you can simply go to just type in Google Angela's House, and you will see their website and what have you. There's a place that people can donate and help and be a part of this. So is that correct, Mr. Bob? Is that the best way to tell people if they're interested in donating $100 or whatever? It's like I said earlier about Noel. People donate. People stop me at the racetrack and say, "Chris, this ain't much, but here's $5." Well, let's just say 10 people give me $5. Where are we at then? But if somebody would like to donate to Angela's House, what's the best way for them to do so, Mr. Bob?
Yeah, the best way would be go right to our website, angelashouse.org, and you can see an area in there where you can donate. We refer to donations as everyday wishes.
Right.
We use the funding to cover the many holes in the system. It might be some medical supplies, it could be therapeutic equipment, it could be some of the events that we do for the children. Because we learned, like during COVID, as an example, they were isolated home. It really started to make them very depressive. So what did we start doing? We started exaggerating their birthdays. We were driving by their homes with a gang of people. We got yard signs in the front with their name. We got these amazing birthday cakes that would be designed for their favorite character or whatever it might be. And whatever we can do to bring some joy to their life. And that's really, there's, to give them the fulfilling aspects of being like any other kid. That's the greatest gift. And a lot of it too was really, for me through the years, is trying to educate the community.
Yes.
Because we grow up thinking that something like Medicaid is only out there for those that can't afford insurance or something like that. And thank God, our children and the advocacy efforts behind them, and each state has now done this. So what they do is, instead of these kids living in a hospital, regardless of a parent income, there's a way that you can connect to get into Medicaid, no matter where you live in the US now. And that's really important, because that's what wasn't established when my daughter was around. And that's what helps to pay like the nursing care. And that makes the difference. So when we hook people into that, and then we make their lives a joy, and that's when miracles happen.
That's so cool. DJ, I'm proud of you, kid. I mean, it's y'all talking circles with Chris Carter, Race for Kids Foundation, the money with your help, and raising over $15,000 to go to Noel. It's your heart, kiddo. I mean, it's just it's amazing. I do want to switch gears real quick before I let y'all go. DJ, you went and practiced that number 77 late model stock you talked about this on the phone, and I asked you, what'd you think about the grip of South Boston? Tell us real quick, how'd you like South Boston, buddy?
Well, this year, that's going to be the first time, or the second time, actually, the number 77 hot rods back on the racetrack. I definitely can't wait to get back and get our season started up again, but I think South Boston's a really, really cool facility. I think I love it. The track is really, really grippy. Like, you can just get on the gas right in the center and just go right from there. I feel like we're going to run pretty good there, I think, because it's really, really fun, though. I think our race is going to be the 22nd.
Yep, 22nd.
So the 22nd will be our race there. And actually tomorrow, I have to wake up at 4 a.m. to actually drive 5 hours all the way to Langley, and we're going to test at Langley just to get prepped again for Langley Motor Speedway. But this year is going to be a really, really good year for me, and I just want to do as much charity work as possible and help kids and families all around the country as well, and work with Angela's House and really just make kids with disabilities and things that they have, and just make their lives better and just make it a lot more joyful for them. And that's what I've been doing since I was little, just making all their lives better. And I just can't wait to see what this year holds for me, and talking in circles and Angela's House and Race for Kids.
Mr. Bob, you had the opportunity to go watch this kid race.
And when he was local, they would be out on Riverhead Raceway, and we would be watching him and winning his trophies, even as a little kid. I mean, he's been winning as long as I can remember, or even in New Jersey when he was racing there too. Well, as it got further away, it gets harder to get over to see him. But his dad keeps sending me videos and seeing his successes, and I'm so glad you had me on tonight, because it's so important. There's a gift to giving, and once you go down that path, it's contagious, and it fulfills spiritually you as a person.
Yes,
because you're living more than for yourself, and for a young man to do that
at 13, at 13 years old, I've been doing it since he was 6 or 7.
So you figure that on top of his skills, which are just absolutely amazing. I mean, he's been beating people, and in the early days, was kind of like, was the underdog. I don't know if he's ever been the underdog.
No, when Darren Krantz Jr. comes to the track, he is definitely a threat to race. Mr. Bob, I say I've been since day one of this show. I say that there's three types of talents in racing, and it's the God-given talent, and it's taught talent, and then it's no talent, you suck. And he definitely has that God-given talent, and he's definitely going places. And I know you're honored for him to have Angela's house on that number 77 hot rod that he drives. And Mr. Bob, it means a lot to me. This is sometimes I go down a different lane as far as the show goes, but everybody that watches and tunes into this show, they know that Talking Circles with Chris Carter, Race for Kids Foundation, how we are about these kids and helping. I hope this helps spread awareness to the people that's never even heard of Angela's house. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. I'm looking forward to doing things with you in the future. I want to thank Darren Krantz Sr. for introducing us. And from the bottom of my heart, Mr. Bob, thank you so much for being on tonight. And DJ, I don't have to tell you how I feel about you, bud. I love you, kid. And I want to thank both of y'all for being on.
Thank you very much, Chris, as well. It's always an honor to be on Talking in Circles. I always talk about my race for kids and my racing and all the charities I do, but trust me, there's going to be a lot more work to do this year with you, Chris, as well, and Angela's house. But I cannot wait to see what this year really holds for us. I think it's going to be big and just really, really big and good. I think it's going to be amazing.
Mr. Bob, I'll be in touch with you. And once again, thank you so much. And from all of us here at Talking Circles, I got a little co-host, y'all. I want to introduce you real quick, DJ. This is Bentley Black. He's 12 years old. Okay. Sydney, he was off. She's being a mom tonight. But I want y'all this is Bentley Black. And DJ, he is the Crown Vic champion, the youngest champion ever in the history of Caraway Speedway. And that's saying something. Last weekend, tell him who you outrun.
My own dad.
His own dad. Could you imagine racing your dad, DJ? But anyway, Mr. Bob, thank you again, my friend. And I'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Thank you very much.
See you, man.
Thank you.
Wasn't a lot for you to talk about in that, was it?
No.
But I'm going to let you have it with Luke Baldwin. I'm going to just take my headset off, and I'm going to get my phone out and watch you. Can you handle the Luke Baldwin part?
Yeah, but it's hot in here.
Oh, my gosh. Look at... Well, you done drank 3 Red Bulls. What do you expect, kid?
This one's still unopened. That's fine.
I was gonna put this Red Bull in front of him, and I was gonna tell him to drink it like that without it even open. But once again, I mean, Chris Carter's got a 12-year-old drinking Red Bulls on TV. Messer, thank you for those pictures. DJ's got his heart is just as big as the size of the Texas, and I'm very honored to be a part of Race for Kids Foundation. Speaking of y'all. We were going to have the fundraiser for Bria Black. We have moved it at Choice Tire Automotive to April the 5th. We will be hitting that heavy. I want more of these kids involved in the school she goes to. So y'all don't forget, April the 5th, we will be doing our first fundraiser of 2025 for Bria Black, a 15-year-old girl here locally that had to have her leg amputated, and she has a heart condition. And we're going to help raise money so they can have that surgery to help that baby girl out. We're going to take a quick wait. What are we going to do?
Don't go nowhere.
We'll be right back. At H&H Auto Repair, no job is too big or too small. Family owned and operated for over 20 years, they can do it all. From oil changes to engine swaps to North Carolina inspections, H&H Auto Repair is your one-stop auto shop. Located at 3088 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, right next to Tickle Pink Convenience Store, stop by and see Daniel and Philip Harrison and tell them old CC sent you. That's H&H Auto Repair, 3088 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem.
People can trust me to detail their vehicles because I've been doing it for years. I've worked on stuff from $1,000 all the way up to $100,000, but at the end of the day, you still gotta live up to the same standard. I put love and care into every vehicle. I just want to make sure my customer's happy because I like getting everything. I mean, every crack, every cranny, anything I can get. I really just want it to be squeaky clean. I know how I want my ride to look like at the end of the day, and I should do the same thing to yours.
Hey, my name is Gavin Robbins. Welcome to Robbins Sandblasting.
Hey, I'm Michael Robbins. I'm a third-generation sandblaster. Alongside of my parents, Eddie and Shirley Robbins, we are Robbins Sandblasting. In December of 1954, my grandpa, Buddy Robbins, started Robbins Sandblasting. Over the past 65 years, there have been many of cars driven in this driveway. Some have come and gone, others have become friends, but many have become family. With the fourth generation standing here, it's our job to teach them how the rust meets the dust. So from our family to yours, thank you for 65 years.
Welcome back, Talking Circles with Chris Carter. We are coming to you live from the Choice Tire Automotive Studios, and this show is presented to you by our buddy Jimmy Brown at J&T Services. He will be in studio in 2 weeks. Next week, we're going to have Slate Myers, son of Burt Myers, who was on earlier in the studio. I'm fixing to let Bentley just have that. Bentley, you think you can deal with Luke Baldwin? He's crazy. That boy's crazy. Let's bring Luke on. Go ahead, caller. You on the air?
I got you. You got me?
I got you. Come on, .com LLC, LukeBaldwin.com LLC. What are you doing, buddy?
You know me, just hanging out, chilling.
Yeah. So we're going to start this off with a congratulations on your win. Good job. That is one of many to come. How'd you like Anderson?
That place was cool. I wasn't sure what to think about it going in. I didn't have super high hopes, to be honest with you, but I thought it was a super racy racetrack. A lot, really technical, tire saving. I thought it was a really good racetrack.
You when you go to a place like that and you see such a short track, what kind of mindset do you have, Luke? Do you go now? We all know. Let me back up a little bit. Does Tommy Baldwin say, "Okay, Luke, here's what you need to do there"? Does he ever offer words of wisdom before a race?
Not super often. He kind of lets me figure out a lot of the stuff myself. But if there's something that he knows I'm not going to be able to figure out by just cutting laps, or if there's some basic things that I need to going in, then he'll for sure let me know. But I think he wants to learn a lot of it on my own.
That's a sign of a good dad, because he knows, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, and kind of going down a different street here, how about this door bumper clear? We had Freddie Kraft on for our Clash preview, Clash countdown, and we've had Carson Elledge on the show as well. The podcast door bumper clear, I'm going to plug them, because to me, that combination of Freddie Kraft, Carson Elledge, the niece of Dale Jr., Dale Earnhardt's grandchild, and Tommy Baldwin. I mean, is this not just like, I want to call them Motley Crue in a way, but man, how would you think about that? Pretty good deal, huh?
Yeah, they've been doing a really good job. It's been funny to listen to. I've tuned in every week. It's really solid. They have all been friends for years. Carson is a good ad as well. She's great. And they all give each other a good amount of ball busting. It's good stuff. I've been loving it.
If I win the lottery this weekend, I'm going to have a late model stock built. Okay. The best of the best. Okay. Remember, I'm winning the lottery, and I'm going to text Carson Elledge on this phone. I'm going to say, "Baby girl, I got a race car for you to drive." I really believe that girl would hurt some feelings, because the first time I seen her at Millbridge, Luke Baldwin, my jaw dropped. I'm like, oh my Lord. Because those things to me look like those carts with the wing on top, outlaw carts, whatever they're called at Millbridge. They look like they're doing 315 mile an hour, you know, and they're like a bunch of ants. There's about 20 of them. And when I watched her drive, I'm like, it's true. This girl has got God-given talent driving. And I was like, so ever win the lottery. And I mean, I'll let you drive it some, but I'm definitely going to get Carson in a race.
What about me?
I hear you. I could say the same.
Bentley, you're going to be in too. You're just like automatic, but you know, we're going to let Carson just show everybody how good she is. So Luke, my co-host tonight is 12-year-old Bentley Black. He is the Crown Vic track champion, Caraway Speedway, the youngest champion ever in the history of Caraway. Bentley, what do you got? Do you know Luke Baldwin, Bentley?
Yeah, I saw him go to victory lane at Anderson.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was you happy?
Yeah,
He's going to be your favorite driver?
probably.
See there, Luke? Well, you're getting fans already on Talking Circles with Chris Carter.
You should probably expand your horizon a little bit, but I think there's a few others out there that you might want to look into. But I do appreciate it, and I'm glad you got to watch that race. It was really fun.
Do you have any questions you want to ask Luke?
I want to get in a modified, but I want to get in like a 602. I'm ready to race Anderson in a Crown Vic. It's gonna be fun. Maybe you can come drive one of the Crown Vics.
Man, let me tell you, I will drive anything. I don't care if it's a forklift in some warehouse, if it's a lawnmower. I don't care what it is. I would love to come drive it. And honest to God, Crown Vics are definitely in the top 10 type of race cars that I would like to drive before my life is over.
Okay,
Those
well,
things look like fun.
Here we go. We've got it. Okay, they have an extra car. So we're going to arrange it when Luke Baldwin can come to Caraway or somewhere. We got one stipulation, okay? When you race this Crown Vic, you will have to race with the three-legged dog Curtis in the race car. We will have a helmet on Curtis and goggles, and we will strap Curtis down in a car seat. But the three-legged dog that belongs to the Black family, Curtis, will be in the car with Luke Baldwin.
Works for me. He can take over the wheel if he wants to.
So, for those of y'all listening, if you don't know this kid, Luke he's great. He's funny. I mean, he is a trip. He's a serious race car driver and one heck of a race car driver. But he's still, how old are you now? 18, Luke?
18.
18 years old. He's still a kid. And he still acts like a kid to a certain degree, but when he gets to the racetrack, he's still Luke Baldwin. And at the end of the day, something I'm very proud about, and I want you to talk about. I want you to tell everybody listening that hasn't heard about your truck ride, man.
Yeah, we just finished up a 3-race deal with Thor Sport Racing. We're gonna in the '66 truck. We're gonna fire off at Martinsville at the end of this month. Then in May we'll go to Kansas and then Wilkesboro. So it's a really cool deal. I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be fun for sure.
Thor Sport's very good team. Martinsville's a track that you will adapt to very quickly, just like I told Burt Myers, because that's right down, that's in your breadbasket right there at Martinsville Speedway, Luke Baldwin. And then once again, I have to bring your dad into this again. With Tommy, your dad, there's no doubt he is going to help you at Martinsville, like, okay, do this, and he'll leave you alone as he always does, of course. But at the end of the day, with his years of experience with the Cup Series and everything else, I'm sure that he'll offer some words of wisdom for Martinsville. I expect big things from Luke, not to put any pressure on you, buddy, but I expect you to do that. Thor Sport, they're good. They're real good. And they've got people that is associated with that team that's good. And Ty Majeski, I mean, I'm sure that Ty. You got some good people to lean on.
Yeah, absolutely. The program's top notch, best of the best. Martinsville's a track that I have laps at already, which is good. Unfortunately, I won't be able to test or anything with the way NASCAR has its rules, but get some sim time and just try to get a feel for it on the sim, and then hopefully pick it up pretty quick in practice. But these trucks are a lot different than anything I've ever driven, for sure. A lot heavier steering box, truck arms, just a completely different feel. But hopefully we can pick it up, and it'll just be a whole learning experience for sure.
So yeah, short tracks are your wheelhouse, but Kansas is a big old 1.5 miles. What what are your thoughts going into Kansas and getting experience on a bigger track like that?
I've got a lot of film to watch and a lot of studying to do before we go there. I gotta get a really good understanding of the air and I gotta look at some data to see what tendencies from short track racing can be carried over and what shouldn't be carried over. But I think Kansas is one of probably the best mile and a half to go to for your first bigger racetrack. Super wide, super racy. High grip, pretty pedal to the metal. So,
and I know you mentioned you're probably not going to be able to get any sim time before Martinsville. Do you think you'll be able to get some sim time before Kansas?
Yeah, I think I've got almost 6 hours before Martinsville, and then Kansas I should have probably a similar amount. So I've got a lot of sim time. I'm lucky enough that my dad has connections through Ford and all that. So.
Get him in trouble again.
Hey, he's proud of you, Luke. And yeah, look, I got to do that. I'm sorry, but dadgummit, and I'm not here to talk about the other driver in the 99, but dadgum Jack was upset. And, at the end of the day, now it's all said and done. That man, he got up, and I believe he'd fight a bobcat in a phone booth after that incident. Was you aware of what happened during the race?
Yeah. After I came around, saw him nose in the fence, I asked what happened. My spotter had a pretty good idea because he was able to, I think, watch it in real time. Because we were cleared by a little bit, and he was trying to see what played out there. So, yeah, I knew what happened. That definitely played into my decision on the next restart, with my choose cone and everything else.
Yes. Yeah.
It was definitely an unfortunate deal that got some race cars or a race car torn up. But good thing is we got her all put back together already. We're pretty close for it to be ready for setup and get ready for King of the Modified. So like I said, unfortunate situation. I don't think it was intentional, but just not very intelligent.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to go. I wrote a little something and pretty much said what I said, and that's that. We could talk about that for 2 days, but I do want to let everybody know that on the 22nd of March, that my little co-host here, Bentley Black, is going to be in his Crown Vic at Anderson. You got any pointers for him, Luke?
Crown Vic's a lot different than a modified, but from what I can tell you, is keep from pretty low power. I'd say keep her woed up on the top. Wide exit off of turn 2, wide exit off of turn 4. There's a lot of racetrack to work with. Don't keep her pinned down and woed down. Keep her woed up.
Woed up, not down, just like telling Curtis, whoa, boy, whoa. You don't want that.
Exactly.
You want to woe it up. What do you think about that, Bentley? Words of wisdom from Luke Baldwin.
Yeah, I can adapt to a track pretty fast. Like after 2 practices, I'm pretty good. Like I done at Carteret County, first time on the track was pretty fast.
Get you some of that, Luke Baldwin.
It sounds like it. I think you'll be just fine then. It's a fun racetrack and shouldn't be too difficult for you. It sounds like you're quite a little wheel man, so you shouldn't have any issues.
Yeah, he's going to be good. I'm looking forward to the future for this young man. Well, Luke, I know you got a lot going on, and I'm not going to keep you, but, you are, I can call you a multi-time guest of the show. We're not going to talk about the last time that you just acted like I didn't exist and answered my text, but you've made up for it, so I love you again. I'm being serious, though. I do appreciate all the times you've always, other than one time, and you told me what they had going on, and I don't expect people to reply right away at all, but you've always been really good about responding and being on the show. And from the bottom of my heart, buddy, I really, really appreciate that. It means a lot to me and Messer and to Bentley for what you do being on Talking Circles with Chris Carter. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me. Give me a platform to speak freely. I appreciate it.
Oh, you can definitely speak freely on this one, buddy. There is no ratings on this one as far as that goes. Luke, who all you want to thank, man, before we let you go?
I just got to thank Pacer-Matic, Hermie Sadler, Bill Stanley, everybody that gets that SS Racing Team rolling, PSR Products. And definitely got to thank Mohawk Northeast my primary sponsor for these 3 truck races. I can't say enough about Al Hankey and the whole organization at Mohawk Northeast Incorporated. They do a lot for us, and yeah, just huge thank you to them. Bell Helmets, Racing Electronics, and my parents, my family, everyone that makes my racing career go round.
Real quick before we let you go, Ashley Black, this is Bentley's mom, said, anytime Luke gets ready to drive a Crown Vic, let us know. We can go racing anytime. So you have an open invitation anytime you want. Also, next time you see the senator, tell him I said hello and I love him. And that man means a lot to me. He is a super, super guy. And I think the world of him. So tell him I said hey when you see him again, please.
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right. Thank you again, Luke. Have a good day. Be safe, buddy.
Thank you. You too.
See ya.
I think we should see Luke in a NASCAR car here shortly.
Well, you know what? I think it's a very good possibility. I think how he adapts Bentley into the truck series, and Messer, talking about sim time, 6 hours, believe it or not. You iRace, right?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Messer iRaces. I've iRaced when I was living with Kel Gill. I had one of the best teachers there was. And yeah, right, Messer. 6 hours is a lot of time to be in a sim. It's enough time for him to get adapted and the feel of that truck. Like he said, everything involved, the difference between a truck and a modified and everything else is totally different than anything that Luke Baldwin's ever driven. But I will reiterate the fact that his dad is Tommy Baldwin, and he's got a lot of pull, and that helps a lot with his dad in his corner. So
That's right.
he's I'm excited for Luke Baldwin. Like I said, he's been on the show so many times, and he's such a good kid, and he will crack you up. I'd like to go have some Kool-Aid with him one day.
I think NASCAR, everybody thinks it hard, but I don't think it's that hard because, like at Daytona, you just hold it wide open and hang on.
How much wheel input do you think? Show me with your hands. Do you is it this or is it like that?
Like this.
A little bit. No, not a lot. Yeah. Yeah. What do you lift a lot?
No.
No lifting, trail braking. Oh, lower down.
I went at like little tracks, but at like Daytona or Talladega, you can hang on.
So, you know what? We could start a fundraiser for Bentley Black to go to like the Buck Baker driving school or something like that. What do you think, Messer? And put him on. I bet there's an age limit though, isn't it?
Yeah, for super speedways, yeah, probably.
But I will, if anybody has a NASCAR car, I will come drive Bowman Gray in a NASCAR car.
Wait a minute. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'll come drive a NASCAR car. I'll drive anything.
What about the seat? Your foot won't reach the pedals, boy.
We can put a seat in it.
Okay. And like a phone book. I remember when Chase Elliott had to sit on a phone book years ago when he built his first Pro Late model. So, hey, Bentley, you keep doing what you're doing, kiddo, and I promise you're going places. You really are. There's no doubt about it. You got a lot of fans too. What's Billy Gregg been doing?
I don't know.
You ain't talked to him or nothing?
No.
I'm about to get on to him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe we can all go eat.
I love to eat. Look, Brandon Krantz is watching. Let's say hello to some people. We have not done that. I try to stay off my phone. Don't look very professional, but how professional can we be? Tyler McDonald, what's up, buddy? Pierce Clarkson. Pierce Clarkson is a big supporter of this show, Messer. So, Blake Moore. Oh, crap. I forgot. All right, Brandon Krantz, hey, I love you. All right, here we go. I got text messages, so we're going to start. First text messages was from Steve Stroud at 5 Points Tire and Auto. Get your phones out. Get ready. Bentley Black. We are going to be able to give away $150 green cash. $50 coming from Steve Stroud at 5 Points Tire and Auto. $100 coming from Eric Engelbert at Choice Tire and Automotive. So, actually, now, Eric, I'm sure you're listening. So, here's the deal. You remember last time we done this and the lady, Miss Rhonda, won $50?
Mm-hmm.
They sponsor Ronnie Bassett Jr.'s car, so they was like, give it to Ronnie.
Yep.
I never went by and got that $50. I have a text that I can show y'all between me and Ronnie Bassett Jr. and it says use it on the next giveaway, Mr. Eric Engelbert. So I'm letting you know that. I can show the text. So I'm going to let Mr. Eric handle that part. We could do however he wants to do this, but we do know $100, but there is $50 house money for someone from Ronnie Bassett Jr. So I'm going to say that. So Messer, let's put the phone. We got 9 minutes to do this. So we got, is that cool with you?
Yeah.
I wish your mom was in here so I could crack some jokes.
Yeah, tell her to come in.
No, she ain't gonna do it. You know, your daddy too. I don't know what. Has Brianna even watched you tonight?
Probably not. She's probably sitting on her phone.
That's it. I'm done with her too. What about Corey Rose? I think Corey Rose is
Corey
too.
will be watching.
Corey, yeah, he's a good dude, ain't he?
He's only watching because they have a shirt on, probably.
We can't say what it says, can we? I should have put some duct tape on it. But there's a story. Corey used to work at Gale Force, and that's when I was out there with Bubba Gill and them. And Corey, I love that kid. He ain't a kid no more. He's a dad with kids and all that. That blows me away.
What's wrong with it? Corey makes fast race cars.
Yes, Corey. Put the phone number up there, Messer. Put the phone number up there. All right, so this is our Midway Cleaners phone line. Look, don't you like being able to see up there what they're saying? Okay, so, all right, let's do this. Since we got to do caller 21 for Kale Weevil for the $100, let's start with the $50 first. Let's make, Messer, what do you want? Caller 9?
Yeah, caller number 9 sounds good.
Caller number 9, Chase Elliott's
So
number.
$50.
$50. Caller number 9. Y'all have to call that number, and how does it work, Master? Tell them.
Yep. So I'll see y'all's. I don't answer each individual call. Our system here automatically numbers you. So as soon as I see caller number 9 pop up, we'll answer you, and just make sure you're listening. You'll hear a little beep when I answer.
Did y'all get that? Do y'all understand? $50. No, yeah, I know. Gosh, bless them. I don't know. Our listeners are the best, so we can't go talk about them. All of our listeners do deserve internet access. So here we go. Caller number 9, $50. Think of putting $50 free money into that gas tank. You know, gas is coming down. So anyway, here we go. $50. Listen to that music, Bentley.
How about I call?
Huh?
I can call.
Boy, no, you can't.
That'd be cheating.
You're acting like your mama now. Jeez, give me good.
She probably is calling.
Ashley and Tony's out there.
All right. Up to caller number 2.
Caller number 2. Keep
for
trying.
Caller number 9. Caller number 3.
This is our Midway Cleaners phone lines. Anybody
4.
need any good dry cleaning? Y'all can see our buddy Renee out there. He's right next door to Bryant Robertson at Turner Burn Hobby and Raceway and his wife Charlene at Midway Embroidery and more. Y'all keep calling $50. We got more after this.
All right. 3 more callers.
3 more to go. Y'all
2
should be
more.
burning these phone lines up for free money.
All right,
Only it.
next caller.
Next caller's going to be the winner. Who's it going to be? Drum roll.
All right, here we go. They hung up.
Oh, my Lord.
Hang on. I see him calling back. Hang on.
Maybe it's Worm. Maybe it's one of the Peanut Gallery. Daniel ain't even
They
listening.
hung up again.
Look, if y'all call and you hear a beep, stay on. It's not rocket science, people.
All right, caller, you're on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Who's this?
This is Brandon Krotz's son, Canyon.
Canyon, what are you doing? What's your dad doing? Is he asleep or is he eating?
No, he's watching the Talking in Circles, and he said I can win some free money. So,
Man, I like it. $50 coming to you, buddy. This is going to be. Go ahead, Esther.
He found a way around the system. Got his son calling instead of him.
Well, buddy, thank you for thank you for tuning in with your dad and all them. We love, as you know, we love Brandon Krantz here at Talking Circles with Chris Carter. He is a big supporter of the show, and we're a big supporter of Brandon Krantz. Tell your dad that y'all come by. Actually, he knows where to go. 5 Points Tire and Auto. Get up the $50 cash from Steve Stroud. Actually, me and Randy Pulliam, if y'all want to come around 11:30 and meet Randy Pulliam for lunch at 11:30 at Rancho, y'all come around then. If Brandon's listening, y'all come and we all have lunch together with Randy Pulliam. And look, Brandon said, my boy. Sydney said, wait, I want to win. Sydney wants to win. Do you hear this? What do you think about that, Bentley? Can Sydney play too?
I guess it because she ain't here. I guess she could.
You keeping her seat warm?
Yeah. Maybe I can do it anytime.
Yeah, you
Maybe
can.
we can like cancel Sydney's.
You're gonna hurt her feelings. Wow. That's you like this, huh?
Yeah.
Good. I like you being here. But we do miss our Sydney. Okay.
Maybe we can get a big table, all three of us.
We can do it. We got the microphones. We have one more.
Yep, we do.
You know, we do have another mic. All right, so tell your dad y'all go to 5 Points Tire Auto and pick up that money, okay?
All right, that sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. All right, there's what was his name?
Canyon Krantz.
Canyon. Did you write that down?
I did. Yes.
Okay, now let's.
I wrote down his phone number so they can't win again.
Okay, yeah. All right, so the Krantz family is banned from the next one. And Sydney said, rude. That's to you, Bentley. But, you know, say, let her know, hey, I'm co-hosting this show, not you. Tell her.
Yeah. Maybe we can start like 3 podcasts.
3?
Yeah, we can do them like every other day.
Got to talk to the producer about that.
Hey, y'all keep me busy.
All right, so 4, hold on, let me look at my text. I love it when you play the Jeopardy music. Now it's going through my head. All right, so Eric Engelbert right here. All right, $100 to number 21 caller, Kel Weevil Race Team, on behalf of the Kel Weevil, who was the week before last a co-host, sitting in the same chair as Bentley. I love having these kids on here. So
Bentley's, not Bentley, sorry. Kel's tearing it up.
3 races, 3 poles, 3 wins in a Bandolero. Never been in one in his life.
Tearing it up.
I mean,
man.
he has, but, you know, his first time in a Bandolero at Caraway, something broke on the right front and he wrecked. Most of the time, that'd freak a kid out. Not this kid. He gave more drive and more hunger. So, on behalf of the Kel Weevil Race Team and Choice Tire and Automotive, caller number 21, there's the number up there on your screen. That is our Midway Cleaners phone lines. Caller number 21, there is no reason for you not to call unless your last name is Krantz. You are not part of it. Come on, Worm, win some money for the peanut gallery.
Worm said I thought I was banned.
He ain't banned. He's the peanut gallery. He's the only one represent. Well, Philip was in here earlier. Slade Powell said, won't, won't.
So we're up to caller number 2 on that one.
All right, caller 2. Y'all got to tighten up. $100? I mean, and we still got, I'll talk to Mr. Eric about that. Maybe we can just let that go over to the next show, but we're leaving for the beach Saturday. We need all we can get, Brandon Krantz said.
There you go.
Oh, man, what a great way to end the show. I appreciate all of our listeners and our sponsors as well. I love each and every one of you. I say it all the time, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Dustin Marshall's also still banned for one more show.
Dustin Marshall's man. Can't win all the time.
He won.
Look right there. What does that say?
Oh, man. 4 away.
See, he was watching.
Yeah.
I bet
He probably just now got on to get the money.
Corey Rose, call that number. $100, caller 21. Where are we at now, Messer?
Number 3.
This is ridiculous. I'm fixing to start calling.
Everybody's
$100? That don't even make sense.
Come on. Let's go.
Y'all ain't that rich that you can't call in for $100.
And a free Bentley Black hat.
There you go. $100 and a Bentley Black hat.
You better get me another one.
Not this one. We'll get.
No, I'm gonna have to take this. So that's if they win it, and you just have to give me another one.
Yeah, we got plenty.
Do you think Corey Rose has ever kicked Curtis secretly, like stupid 3-legged dog? Poof.
Probably not. I don't.
Me and Corey used to laugh so hard because he knew I was a horrible worker. I wanted to be writing articles or doing something. Corey, let me write about your next race or something. Corey, me, we used to have such good times. God, we'd laugh. Like we peed on ourselves. We laughed so hard sometimes.
Yeah,
it was
be
fun.
waiting that he won because it's been a while.
It's because he's building race cars. He's washed up now. His brother does good, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we're up to call number 10.
Caller 10, 10 to go. No, 11 to go. So, yeah, Corey Rose. What does that say?
Corey makes fast race cars.
Corey, you taught him well, I got to say. Because at the shop at Gale Force, we used to say, Kale, blankety blank Gale. And then Corey come up with that. And I'm like, okay. And then Bentley puts a twist on it. So I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it.
Next week, we're going to have singing in the shop. Oh, yeah, I know he is. I know he is. Jeopardy. Have you ever watched Jeopardy, Bentley?
Yeah.
Do you ever answer any questions?
No.
They need a NASCAR segment, don't they, buddy?
All right, we need 5 more callers.
5 more callers. I do want to thank our guests tonight, Aubree and Liam Waters, and Mr. Bob and Darren Krantz Jr., Burt Myers, and Luke Baldwin for being on tonight. I want to thank
Three more.
3 to go. Come on, y'all, $100. Kel Weevil Racing and Choice Tire Automotive. I can't believe Corey Rose is not trying to win this money.
He's probably waiting at the last minute.
You think?
Probably.
Still need 3 more.
3 more callers. Worm.
How about nobody calls and the same person keeps calling over and over?
They can't be a 2-time winner.
Yeah, I got.
No,
Kenny's
like
down.
they haven't won, but they keep calling.
That's what a lot of them do. That's the smart way to do it. But
2 more.
2 to go. Let's go, y'all.
Come on, Corey.
They're going to think we're cheating. We have no power. These are automated. This is
All
like.
right, here we go. Oh, hang on. Oh. Wrong button.
Don't hang up on them, sir. Oh, here we go. Who is it?
Caller, you're on the line. They hung up.
It's probably Corey Rose playing with us.
Probably.
Caller, you're on the line.
Yeah.
Hey, who's this?
Dale Caudle.
Oh, Dale. Check this out. Dale, how are you, man?
I'm good.
Yeah, well, you got $100 now, my friend.
Yeah, how about that?
That's something, man. Dale, I appreciate you tuning in. You are another one that always tunes in. We, on behalf of me and Messer and Bentley, thank you for tuning in like you do, buddy. We really appreciate the support. And you can go by tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know where Choice Tire is, correct?
Yeah, I'm just up the street. So.
There you go. So go by tomorrow and see Mr. Eric and get your $100 cash, my friend.
And a Bentley Black hat.
Yep, and we're going to have a Bentley Black hat. You better wear this hat and show support from my little buddy, okay?
Okay.
All right, man.
Yeah, I enjoy watching you guys.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate it, man. We really do. And you, tomorrow, like I said, we'll have the Bentley Black hat there, and Mr. Eric, I have $100 for you, buddy.
Okay. All righty.
All right, Dale. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right.
All righty.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye. It's about time, ain't it, Bentley? We're 3 minutes past when I told your mom we'd be done.
Yeah.
Think they'll take us to eat now?
Yes, I'm hungry.
Where are we going to go?
I don't care. Let's go get some. I'm hungry.
We can go get the All-Star at Waffle House?
I like some waffles.
Did your mama cook by some chance tonight?
No.
Does Brianna cook?
Sometimes. And
Well-
almost burns the house down.
Who cooks for Curtis?
When we go out to eat, he gets the leftovers.
That dang Curtis, the 3-legged dog. We're going to make him famous. We're going to put him in a race car. We are going to make this happen, I'm telling you. All right, so as always, I want to thank our amazing sponsors. I also want to thank our segment sponsors for tonight. But once again, from the very bottom of this big old heart that I got right here, I want to thank H&H Auto Repair, Velasta Race for Kids, Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue, Precision Build Spindles, Renee Hackett Realtor, and Ideal Corn. I also want to thank Affordable Septic and Tyson Ice and Angela's House, Dutton Safer Systems, The Garage Shop, Choice Tire Automotive, Frank Steaks, J&T Services. I also want to thank our friends at DL Outfitters, Gary Brown, Dream 68, Midway Dry Cleaners, Cobble Speed Shop, JTA Soft Wash and Roof Cleaning, Coker Plumbing, 5 Points Tire and Auto, who just awarded, what's his name? $50.
Del Cotto.
No, that was 100. Who's the other one?
Oh, Kenny Krotz.
Yeah, him. Coker Plumbing, 5 Points Tire and Auto, Steve Stroud, thank you, buddy. Harkey Litigation, Ever Ready Mixed Concrete, Heroes Patriot Water, Halls Heating and Air, Robbins Sandblasting, Mule Skinner Trucking, my buddy Josh Baker, talked to him today. Thank you, Josh, for your support. This guy right over here, the best producer on the planet, Messer Media. Garage Doors of the Triad. Thank you, Michael Womble. Thank you, Mark Joyce at MJ Printing and Graphics. Want to thank Zeno Marshall at Midway Music Hall and Event Center, Thunder Road Barn Grill, Midway Mobile Storage. My buddy, Make TV Great with Nate. If you want to beat those high costs with Spectrum, y'all give me a call. We can hook you up. Chase Lewis at Louis Customs, Showers and Glass, Radical Fire Protection. Thank you. One of our newer sponsors. Also, Tiffany Howell at T-Town Sports Bar, Burke Street Pub, Captain's Retreat at Bear Creek, Dave Russell at Speed 77, and of course, our buddy Street Stock competitor at Bowman Gray Stadium, Jordan Atkins at Squeaky Clean Express and Ceramic Coatings, Jason Rowell, one of my good friends. I appreciate Jason at Colfax Towing and Auto Repair, and also your new boss, Mr. Brad Smith at Velocita USA, and Kevin Powell at kevinsays.yes.com. Once again, next week, we're going to have Slate Myers. He's going to be sitting in with us as our co-host. We'll have another good show, I promise. Support your local racetrack. Don't forget April 5th at Choice Tire Automotive. We're going to have a fundraiser for 15-year-old Bria Scott. Yeah, her. Messer, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Bentley, did you have fun tonight, man?
Yes.
You going to come back and do it with me?
Oh, yeah. When is it again?
The 15th, we're going to be live at the Gathering Place for the week of the season opener of Bowman Gray. You going to be there?
Yeah.
All right.
15th?
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
think we're open that week.
All right. Thank you for being on, buddy, okay? Bentley Black, y'all check him out on Facebook. Y'all do that. Bentley Black on Facebook. Y'all go like, share, follow, all that stuff. It don't cost you a dime. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all my sponsors. Y'all stay safe. God bless. Until next Tuesday.
Just open your eyes and take my advice. Stop rolling the dice and just compromise. It's the chance of your life.